Hello? Yes. Ooh, for a second there I thought I had no sound. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to February the 14th in 2026, Valentine's Day, for this lovely little live stream, this Formula One live stream. And I hope you all had a wonderful day. I hope you got lots of secret admirers because love is all around. Hello, Tanvir. Hello, Samantha. Hello, Richard. And hello, Christina. Yes, there she is. So yeah, I was very busy this whole week. Hello, Hank. With the Valentine's flowers, and I think I must have seen 5 or 6 YouTubers do the ranking of the Formula One liveries, and I thought I'm gonna do that as well because it seems like an easy topic with not too much preparation. And then all of a sudden, I got inspired to rush out a video. So I wrote the video about Lando Norris and Max Verstappen yesterday, and I recorded it yesterday evening, and I edited it today, and it's out now. So, um, yeah, quite busy with with my YouTube channel then. And also, the plasterer is coming to do the living room on Monday and the hall. So Samantha has been prepping all the packaging because I don't know if you saw that little funny the short that I made, the Valentine short, with me handing Samantha a present to give to me. But you could see a lot of boxes and empty shelves because yeah, Samantha is very busy in the living room. So I'm just gonna yap for a couple of minutes to see how many people are still coming in, and then we can start with the content. I have you guys all been following the testing a lot? Um, it's it's interesting all the stuff that's been happening. But yeah, the video was about Max Verstappen dunking on the new regulations, and then Lando Norris disagreeing with it, like the stubborn little man he is. And yeah, you guys enjoyed the short. I've seen so many versions of that. I saw a guy give himself a PlayStation 5 a year ago. So I just thought I thought I'd make a little video for it myself. A little innocent little video. Okay, is it 5 past yet? No, 1 more minute. Christina still has to see the video. Oh dear. Are you talking about the long form video or the short? Um, I'm pretty sure you've seen the short because you're on Threads all the time, and I posted it on Instagram and Threads as well. So it's all over the place. Yeah, yeah. If you all watch my videos after the stream, then YouTube is very happy with me. Also, I reverted back to doing the here's 3 seconds to leave a like after the intro because I've been trying it for 2 or 3 months now and it makes no difference whatsoever. So I'm back to that tradition. I've also stopped placing the B-roll on this little blue background because that made no difference either. So I'm doing the B-roll as it was with the blue LUTs over it. And yeah, those are creative choices. And I like this the best. So that's the way I'm doing it. Okay, let's start with the content. Tanvir, you're also watching my video after the stream. Very good. Maybe I'll stop 10 or 15 minutes earlier so you guys can watch my video. Okay, so I'm going to click on media source and we're going straight into the worst livery of all. And it is the livery of the Aston Martin. I'm tired of that British green. I'm tired of nothing changing on the livery. Um, it doesn't inspire me. It doesn't give me any sort of feeling. And maybe it's because Aston Martin is struggling as well. But yeah, I blame the livery for all the struggles they're having. This team is investing so much money in all different places, but like 500,000 for a good coat of paint and something original was too much. Hank says, it's green. What do you expect? Well, I expected it to be green, but I don't know. Maybe my feelings don't make any sense, but it makes sense to me. I have them in P11 because it's dull and inspiration. It lacks inspiration. Um, Christina says she likes the yellow. Yeah, I see a little bit of yellow in the back there. But I've seen better Aston Martin. I've seen better Aston Martin liveries over the years. And Richard says GP2 livery with a GP2 engine. Yes, that keeps following Fernando Alonso around. The man he's the unluckiest driver. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Okay. If there's no more comments, then I'm going to the next livery. In P10, we have McLaren. Yeah, it's the same thing again. Um, it's pretty much the same livery as last year. And then there's a lot of black on it, probably to save weight. Um, also, it also lacks inspiration. I remember McLaren liveries with a light blue stripe over it. That was nice, and maybe a little bit of white. But this all papaya and all black with 500 sponsor names on it. Yeah, it it doesn't do it for me, and that's why I have them in P10. As you can see, I don't care how good a team is. I mean, those guys won the constructors championship twice in a row now, and I still put them P10 because you know that's what I'm like. Um, Timer says they could do better with more accent colors. I think you're still talking about the Aston Martin, but that goes for McLaren as well. And Christina says Lollipop Man will have a field day with Alonso this year. Oh, definitely. Lollipop Man's very busy. You know, he has a comic, like a proper 2D comic out. Because I'm on his Patreon, so I see all that stuff. And yeah, they're going in more into automation, so yeah, he can bring out more content. So Hank says the Marlboro colors stayed the same for decades. Yes, and then there was the the silver and red. That was nice too. And then came the papaya period, and yeah, nothing changed for McLaren there except for a few accents. But yeah, okay. And in P9 we have oh the V Carb, and this is because it's the same livery as last year, with more black on it. So yeah, I mean we've seen this, and no, not doing it for me. Like, it would be nice if they would use a sort of a more Minardi livery, or one of those Toro Rosso liveries from 2015. Just just to grab something from the past. You know, people love nostalgia. Um, but yeah, it still pops, the white and the yellow, and then the black. So that's why I have them in P9. You know, it could be two places worse. Um, so all in all, P9 livery, not too bad. Christina is still talking about McLaren. This livery is not worse than their suits. McCarrots. I'm going to call them that on Twitter. Last year's livery was better, to be honest. You're talking about the V Carb. Yeah, it had more white, didn't it? Um, and Richard says, yeah, I also don't like this combination of colors for V Carb. So, um, Samantha, you're very much into colors at the moment. Um, Let me know your thoughts on all the liveries. Um, see, chat, we're still deciding on what colors we're gonna do all the walls, and I wanted a little bit more warmth, but Samantha is more of the um, yeah, the base pastel colors. So we're still not decided on the colors yet. So let's see if we can find out what liveries she likes and what colors. Oh, she wants black and gold. Samantha wants black and gold. I like gold. Uh, yeah, it's because she likes the livery of the Formula One movie cars, the Apex cars. So she Samantha will probably like the livery from Haas with uh, Rich Energy. That was gold and black. Okay, next team. In P8 we have Alpine. Yeah, pink and blue. It's also been like that for years. I don't mind it. Um, it's a car that you can recognize. Um, but I also feel they still could have done a little bit more with it, you know, to make it pop more. Um, yeah, the sponsor BWT, they're always happy to put that pink on. So so that's all right. And what do you call it? Like I said, it's you can recognize them. You know, like because sometimes I mix up certain cars, especially the more dark ones. That's why I'm glad that some of the cars have went away from the black and stayed with the silver. But more about that later. Um, Tanver says, I mean, I would go for some warm color, maybe some bold one. Yeah. And Richard says, oh, black and gold reminds me of the old Lotus cars from the 70s. Yeah. Yeah. Colin Chapman always had these black and gold cars. And then drivers killed themselves in it. Hank says Alpine isn't foul or fish. I don't think that's an English expression, Hank. But Samantha is the expert. Samantha, yes, exactly like that. And Christina says it's too much pink for my taste. Yeah, you're a tough one. You're not a pinky. You're not a pink lady. You're a red lady. Okay. And who have we got in P7? Ferrari. Yeah. Um. I like the different shade of red. I don't like the white. And I don't like the HP logo. So, yeah. P7 is not that bad. But um, there's more negatives than positives about this livery. So that's basically why I've put them pretty low. Hank says black and gold were the John Player special cigarette colors. Yep, that's true. And Tanvir says the HP branding is horrible. It is, and like every year, Ferrari hints at blue in the livery um, for the special liveries, and we're all hoping to see like a proper blue and white livery, like they did in Italy once years ago. But they never do it. Just a few stripes and that's it. It's a pity. Christina said, "That's fair." And Hamilton in it looks like an egg, an Easter egg. Richard says the blue logo is awful. Look how they massacred my boy. Oh, I love that line. I'm gonna watch The Godfather soon with my oldest son, with Declan. It's gonna be good. Hank says I do like Ferrari more than last year's livery. I don't know where I put them last year. I think I had them higher because it was a darker shade of red, but I'm not sure. Oh, guys, you know what I can do? I can give away the memberships again. Here we go. And I'm going to do it straight after again. Okay. Congratulations. 10 days Togo. Putvogel. Leonari. Zoom 1500. Daniel Moralonzo. 8 Concrete. Lave La Fecha. Fury CS. Surya Siddiq. And Ashit Kotian. Ashit Kotian. All Dutch people. Good old fashioned Dutch names. No, we're gonna manage okay, Richard. Because I'm gonna be giving extra information every 5 minutes. So, shall I go to the next team? Yes, we are going to the next team. Oh, the next team is Audi. Um, Audi did a sort of a livery reveal a long time ago, and that looked hot. You know, the gray and the red, and yeah, the actual livery with the red all the way in the back, it's original. I'll give him that. But somehow I liked previous fake livery better. Still, P6 is not a bad place to be, and I salute them for their originality by having one half more in the grey, and then in the back they have all that red. I was laughing at that, Richard. I'm gonna make you know you can't refuse. Tanver says, if I was able to watch Monaco 2025 without sleeping, then I'll be fine with any slow movie. Yeah. But you're not that young, are you? So yeah, that's the Audi livery. Guys, what are your thoughts about that Audi livery? You like it okay, or is everybody? Oh, you're only 21. Aha, that's a brilliant age. Um, okay. No more comments about the Audi livery. Then we're going to the next one. And in P5 we have Williams. Now blue is my favorite color, and I like the light blue on the side pods, as you can see here in that picture. So yeah, yeah, we're getting to the liveries that I'm starting to appreciate, and I appreciate the Williams livery, but it's still a tiny little bit on the dull side. But yeah, Williams has to spend their money wisely. Christina says, I don't like it, and their suit look like the drivers are there to do plumbings. Christina, is that about the Williams cars or the Audi suits? Yeah, yeah, Richard. Williams is very basic, but it, in it, the simpleness kind of complements it. So Christina says, I call it the Smurfs livery, kind of dull. Yes, and James Vowles is Papa Smurf. Okay, you were talking about Audi. I'm just trying to remember what their suits look like. Also, gray, blackish gray are the suits, aren't they? Yeah. Okie dokie. And Kernow says, hello, Kernow. Thank you for joining. I would like a bit of camel yellow in the Williams. Oh yes, like a like a little homage to those cars. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, and the next livery is in P4. Haas. Yes, it was Christina that pointed it out on threads that the Haas livery pops, and I totally agreed with it. For such a small team, they have a fantastic black, white, and red livery, and yeah, um, I don't think they're going to be the slowest team. So things are looking good for Gene Haas, um, and yeah, I think with what do you call him, Gunther Steiner gone there, and Ayu Komatsu running the show, um, the team became less comical, but uh, I kind of appreciate them more. So I think they've done a good job replacing Gunther Steiner, because it was a little bit too much of the Gunther Steiner show, and it should be the Haas show. Uh, Hank says Williams is blue, but I very much like the Williams yellow, white, and blue out of the 80s and 90s. Yeah, that was very nice. Um, Richard says the like the 80s and 90s Williams. Yeah, all the great liveries from the past were from cigarette companies. Can't have that no more. Times have changed. No more smoking James Hunt Playboy type drivers either. And Hank says Haas looks good. TGR fits nicely. And then in P3 we have Cadillac. Now I just chose those pictures quickly, just front facing. But if you see them from the sides, then you'll see that they both have a different side. It's a half and half livery, and I thought that was mighty original. And also, um, I think that black and white is kind of tough looking, and I like cars to be with a bit of oomph, and I think the Cadillac car has the looks. I don't think it'll have the speed, but it'll have the looks. So so yeah, I appreciate the Cadillac livery with the whitish livery on one side and the blackish livery on the other side, and it's original, and I appreciate that. Otavio says Haas has a really good livery this year. Christina says it's nice and clean livery, well blended. I love it. Um, Tanvir says I don't really like the plain black and white and grey. Okay, yeah. Um, it's a matter of taste. Christina says, yeah, if they will last, then 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 they will look good at least. Yeah. No, I'm sure Cadillac will last, but they just have to go through some rough times. But at the minute, they're better than Aston Martin. Richard says, I remember Bar had half blue and half red livery somewhere in the 90s. Yeah, that's because they wanted to drive two separate cars because they had different sponsors. And then Bernie Eccleston and Max Mosley wouldn't allow it, so they made a livery with both halves, which was interesting. I saw a video about that. And then in number 2, we have Mercedes. Yeah, I like the gray liveries, the silver, and that is it teal that color. Um, that's that Petronas color is so distinctive, and it's just a very classy livery for a very classy team, and it's recognizable. Uh, I don't think it's gonna score extra points on originality or anything like that, but it's a nice livery. It's good. That's why I have it in P2. Um, yes, teal from the Petronas sponsor. Christina, what are you talking about? A reverse colors version picture. So, is that the Mercedes livery with all teal and then gray stripes or silver stripes? Because that would look nice as well. But then maybe in certain light it would look like the Aston Martin again. So yeah, it's no surprise that I have my favorite team. Uh, the number one livery for me is Red Bull. Uh, I just love the reference to the Infinity cars. And Max has been asking for a gloss car for ages now, and yeah, like I've seen it in daylight, and it looks good. Then when it gets sort of half dark, all of a sudden the gloss is gone, and you're thinking, hey, that livery is not that nice. But then in the lights at night, oh my god, it pops again. So yeah, I'm very happy with the Red Bull livery, and that's why I have it in P1. And yeah, that kind of concludes the official content. Um, but yeah, we can chat for a little bit longer. Um, did you guys all see the podcast I did with the two Australian fellas? I had a lot of fun there. There were a lot of outtakes where I was swearing too much and talking about movies too much. But that channel can open up memberships now, so hopefully they'll get some members and they can post some extra content behind the scenes or something, because that would be fun. But I think I'm gonna offer myself up to more small podcasters because I really like podcasting, just not on my own channel anymore because it's not really appreciated. And this podcast got like 1,100 views, which is nice for them. Um. So yeah, I have a really tiny channel in mind that does podcasts, and I'm gonna ask them soon, and maybe this month I'll be a guest at another podcast then. Well, Tanvir says I would love to see Wimbo in Crash Happy. Uh, I've done a bunch of podcasts with Mr. Pulse, but like what do you call him, Doctor Duck and Dan No Skill and what do you call him, applicable, not applicable F1. Those guys I don't know, so I only know Darren from Mr. Pulse, and yeah, I haven't been asked. Hank has seen the podcast. Very good. So, any more chat? Any more questions? Um, I I'll be following everything very closely the next coming testing days. But then in March, it's going to be Mother's Day in the UK, which is an even busier time than Valentine's. So there will be another week where I won't be able to post any content and probably won't do a live stream. So, but then after that, we're clear for the rest of the year until Christmas. So, so yeah, there's still plenty of content coming. Yeah, we can talk about testing. Um, okay, the biggest surprises of the Bahrain testing. I didn't expect Aston Martin to struggle that badly, with Lance Stroll saying they are 4.5 seconds off. Um, so that was a sort of a negative surprise. Another surprise was to hear Max completely destroy the regulations about how unnatural it is to have to lift and coast and go slow through certain turns and downshift and all that to have enough energy to go faster the rest of the lap. Um, and then the reaction of Lando Norris and George Russell surprised me as well, because they were like kind of mocking him, saying like, "Oh, if he doesn't like it, he can retire because you know we're getting paid loads of money, so we just need to accept the way it is." And I totally don't agree with that. Then what else? What else did we get in testing? The reliability is still very good. We haven't seen like any big crashes or anything like that. So, but yeah, I think in the next testing, the ones that we're gonna see live on TV, um, things are gonna be different. I think the they're getting closer to the limit, and things will be different. Hello, Angie, 1790. Welcome to the chat. Georgie boy, yes. I think Lando Norris and George Russell are so afraid of Max that they would just they would party hard if Max got out of the sport because it makes it easier for them, you know. Uh, Christina says, "I will never like those British divas." No, and you know the funny thing is, like karma has this thing where what goes around comes around. So George Russell and Lando Norris are both praising the regulations. They think it's fun. But see if they finish in P7 and P8 a couple of times because they can't get used to um, all the battery stuff, and other teams are doing a much better job, and drivers are doing a better job. Um, then they'll complain the loudest. But I will remember, and I will tell them on Twitter. Uh, Angie says, Toto says George deserves a driver's title. Well, he was the second best driver last season, and he's matured a lot as well. So I suppose if Lando Norris deserves a title when he has the best car, then I suppose George Russell deserves it even more. You know. Hank says the Red Bull powertrain looked very good. Yeah, they done a bunch of laps, both teams, and little to no issues. So they've done a hell of a job. Yeah, Hank says George and Lando both want an easy path. And Hank says Toto says a lot. Yeah, because at the minute they're all praising Red Bull, all the Mercedes drivers. But now I'm spoiling stuff for my video. Tanver says, I really don't like the power split with this amount of power to ICE. Um, I can like the 50-50 split if the engine power are like from turbo hybrid, then it's all right. Yeah, yeah, they definitely have been trying to put too much in one car. You know, too much battery, and then the biofuels and what have you. Like the next regulations, and hopefully it'll be within 2 years or something, and not the full 5. Um, Next regulations should be a combustion engine with completely biofuels, like a V8. That would make everybody happy. Christina says, but George is still annoying, and I have to watch a title fight between Norris and Russell. I would rather not watch. uh, we'd probably hate watch it. Tanvir says, make 800 horsepower in engine and 800 horsepower in battery. Okay, you just want to get everything to the max. Very good. I think I'm gonna quit early tonight. You know, I had a hard week. I was up early again this morning, and yeah, I think I think I'm just gonna say goodbye for now. So everybody, watch the video I posted at 7 o'clock, and if you haven't watched the podcast I did with the ground effect F1, then go and check that out as well. It's not that long, and you'll see me all this week with a new video. Don't know which one yet. I haven't written it yet, and I'll definitely do a live stream again next week. So everybody, take care now, and doo doo.